I guess I've got a little more to say on this topic of the root cause. There's actually a very nice presentation on the ANAB website on this topic that I just looked at, but it's boring. I'm going to give you the short, better version. First thing is focus on the facts and the evidence. I don't know if you've been in meetings meetings like I have on what's the root cause of some critical problem, whatever that may be. And there's a grenade thrower in there. By that I mean somebody that makes blanket statements, throws it out in the middle of the table, and blows a meeting up. A lot of times that's opinion. So focus on the facts and evidence and not on the opinion. It may be necessary to run an experiment to get the reliable facts on this stuff. The main one, here's a classic one. Oh, the temperature control is terrible. Well, you don't know that until you actually run a temperature control experiment or whatever. So in other words, don't be afraid to experiment before you come up with a root cause. Next thing, look at the system, not the person. It's very easy to point fingers and blame poor Roberto out on the line. It might actually be Roberto's fault, but there's a bigger system that caused Roberto to get hired, be put in that position, be trained or not trained, and the interaction between Roberto and that piece of equipment might not necessarily be all the best. The point is, look at the whole system and not the actual person. Next, don't stop with the first answer that sounds reasonable, and also don't keep asking why until it gets metaphysical. The classic example is the 5-year-old that keeps asking, why did that happen? And then you have to come up with some reason to the effect of, yeah, that's the way it is. So stop before you get to that. And then the other thing is don't jump straight to the conclusions, which is we're back to the grenade thrower again. It says, oh, obviously it was some setting of that piece of equipment that caused a problem rather than some other bigger systemic problem. Anyway, that's all we've got for now. I've probably got some more to contribute on this later on. We'll wait and see, but that's the story. Thanks for watching.